In next 10 minutes, I am going to set up the complete AI development stack for the .NET, including Visual Studio 26, GitHub Copilot, and Azure OpenAI. And by the end, you will have your first AI app talking to GPT-4. I'm going to show every steps, including the mistakes, because trust me, there are a few. Let's go. First thing, make sure you have Visual Studio 26. If you are still on 22, you can download the latest from visualstudio.microsoft.com. I have linked it in the description. The key difference in 26 is the AI assistant is built in from day one. File, New, Project and Solutions, and search for Console app, or you can select from this particular drop down and name it AI Setup Demo. Console app for the now. We will move to ASP.NET Core in later episodes. Simple and clear. Now click on Next and then choose the frameworks. I am choosing it .NET Core 10 and then click on Create. Let's install the necessary packages. Azure.ai.openai is Microsoft official SDK. It handles auth, retries, and streaming. And the second one is Microsoft.extension.configuration.json, which used to load the configs from a JSON file. So we never hardcode API key. It takes about 30 seconds, and while it installed, this SDK went GA in 2024, and it's been rock solid ever since. Much better than calling the REST API directly. Now right click on a project, then click on Add New Items and give it a name appsetting.json and click on Add. And here we will put three properties, which is endpoints, API key, and deployment name. This will be bring from Azure portal. Now let's set up a GitHub Copilot, and this is what turn Visual Studio into AI powered ID. If you have subscription through your company or personal, you all are set. If not, GitHub has a free tier, link in the descriptions. Also, if you want to bring your own custom models inside the GitHub Copilot, you simply click here and configure it. You choose an available providers and enter the API key. And whenever you click on Add, those models will appear inside your GitHub Copilot chat. This is how you configure your own custom models. To enable this chart, you simply click on Extension, then Manage Extensions and search for GitHub Copilot. And then click on Download. Once this is done, you simply restart your Visual Studio. And after restart, you will see GitHub Copilot icon. Let me also show you Copilot chat view. Here, you can select the particular mode like Agent, Ask, Debug, and Ask Anything. It knows your entire code base. Ask it to explain, refactors, add test. It always in context. You can use Ctrl+Shift+I for the shortcut. You can also configure the different tools and skills to increase the productivity while doing the developments. We will see it in the later episodes. If you look at this chart window, we simply ask explain what Azure.ai.openai does, and it shows the different capabilities of this particular package. This is how we can enable the different modes and start interacting with GitHub Copilot chat. Now, the most important step, setting up Azure OpenAI. And this is where I see most confusion from developers. So I'm going to go slowly. Go to portal.azure.com and search Azure OpenAI, and then click Create. Here you select Azure OpenAI and then simply select your subscriptions, your resource group, and the region. Here I have select my resource group, give it a name .NET Demo, and select the pricing tier as standard, and simply click on Next. You can select the respective network options and start creating your service. While this deploy, I know the first questions everyone asks, how much does this cost? With Azure OpenAI using GPT-4 model, pricing is based on number of input and output token you use. For most learning, experimentations, and small development projects, you can typically expect to spend around $1 to $5 per month, depending on your usage. I always recommend setting up a budget alert before you start. And to make it happen, you simply go to Cost Management, Budget, and click on Create. Set a $5 USD per month budget with an email alert. Once this is done, you will receive an email if you're spending more than $5 per month. So there are no surprise on your bills. I have already created an Azure OpenAI resource name .NET Demo in Azure portal. From the resource overview page, we can see important details such as resource group, location, subscriptions, endpoints, and API key that will be used for application to access the deployed models. To start working with models, I click on Explore Foundry portal, which opens the Azure AI Foundry interface. Inside Azure AI Foundry, I navigate to Deployments from the left-hand menu. The deployment page displays all the models that has been deployed under the Azure OpenAI resources. Since this is a new resource, the deployment list is currently empty. Azure provides access to several foundational models such as GPT-4o, GPT-4.0, GPT-3.5 Turbo, embedding models, and multi-models depends on the regions and subscription permissions. From the model catalog, I select the models that best fit my use case. For conversational AI and application developments, I have selected GPT-4o because it provides strong reasoning capability, multi-model support, and optimized performance. Next, I provide the deployment name. This name will reference by applications when making the API calls. After verifying the configurations, I click Deploy. Azure now provision the model deployment, and this process usually takes a few moments. Once the deployment completed successfully, we will copy the three things, which is endpoints, API key, and deployment names. We will copy from these Azure portals and put it in our app-setting.json file. These values are required when making the API call from .NET. The Azure Open model has now been successfully deployed and is ready for use. Application can securely access the deployment using Azure authentications and the deployment endpoint, enabling AI power chart, content generations, summarizations, and other generative AI capabilities. Let me walk through what each part does. Configuration builders read our app setting.json, the endpoints, key, and the model name. If you look into this, whatever we configure in the app setting.json, that will bring by the configuration builders. After that, Azure OpenAI client handle the connections and authentication. The messages list is our conversation history. This is what give it in memory. The system message at the top set the AI personality. Think of it as an instruction you give to the new employee on their first day. And this is what we set the prompt, and the AI model give us a response. Now press the F5 and see what happened. And of course, first run, first error. The application failed because it cannot find the appsetting.json file at runtime. The configuration builder expects this file to be available in the output directory. To resolve this issue, I select the appsetting.json, open its properties and set it copy to output directory to copy elements, or copy if newer. After building the project, the configuration loads successfully, allowing the application to read the Azure OpenAI endpoints, API key, and deployment name. Now the application is running successfully. Let's test our Azure OpenAI integrations. The console displays the message AI assistant ready. Type your question. This indicates that the application has successfully loaded the configuration, connected to the Azure OpenAI service, and initialized the deployed model. I have entered the sample prompt asking the AI to explain what's .NET Core in 2 lines. And as you can see, the response is generated almost instantly. This is the response is not hard-coded, it's being generated in real time by the GPT models, and that's we deployed early in the Azure OpenAI. Next, I will ask the more technical questions about the difference between INumerable and IQurable in C#. And again, the model provides a clear and well-structured explanations demonstrating its ability to understand the prompting concept and generate the accurate technical response. This is complete the end-to-end Azure OpenAI integrations with .NET applications. Thanks for the watching. I hope these demonstrations give you a clear understanding of how to deploy and integrate Azure OpenAI into your applications.